Hello, I'm Jacqueline Babington, Curator of International Prints, Drawings and Illustrated Books at the National Gallery of Australia. I'm also fortunate enough to be the curator of this exhibition on Roy Lichtenstein's works, titled Roy Lichtenstein Pop Remix. Roy Lichtenstein is a pop art superstar. Alongside Andy Warhol, he is one of the most significant artists of the late 20th century. His works stand today as icons of the 1960s and 1970s America. With their bold colours and brash graphics, Lichtenstein is one artist who is definitely instantly recognisable. Roy Lichtenstein Pop Remix traces the artist's print projects from the 1950s to the 1990s, exploring how the artist appropriated, transformed and remixed numerous art historical sources, including Claude Monet's Impressionism, Salvador Dali's Surrealism and de Kooning's Abstract Expressionism. Lichtenstein reinterpreted the works of these artistic giants and significant art movements using an instantly recognisable graphic aesthetic, effectively branding himself with a signature Lichtenstein look to secure his place alongside those artists he so admired. The Bulls series was created by Lichtenstein in 1973 and was inspired by Pablo Picasso's treatment of a similar subject matter. Lichtenstein remixes Picasso, putting the bull through a pop art filter in a sequence that moves from representation into abstraction. The end result looks much like the sequence straight out of a comic book. Slick, intelligent and humorous, Lichtenstein's remixes of romance and war comics, brushstrokes and nude girls are amongst the best known of pop prints. This exhibition draws from the rich holdings of nearly 300 of Lichtenstein's works held here at the National Gallery of Australia. It spans the artist's career from the very earliest of his printmaking projects as a student and lecturer at Ohio State University through to some of his last and biggest works in print before his death in 1997. Many of the works on display were created in conjunction with the master printer Kenneth Tyler, who worked with Lichtenstein closely from 1969.
Crash is one of my favorite ones from that last series. It represents, I think, the culmination of what Roy and I were trying to do for a long time, and that was to get the right amount of foil reflective surface along with printed surface in various mediums and at a certain scale so that his imagery would start to take on the power of a painting. That's a fairly large print. I don't know of any other contemporary artist that worked as hard to go through drawings after drawings after drawings to perfect the composition, to get it to where he thought it was the best he could do. And then to be as happy as he could be with that process, and then go back and reverse himself and start all over again and make another one to make sure that he just got it right on that one. And so that's how you get this serial work. And it produces a body of things. You have to sit down and say which one is the best. I don't think you can.
Defending his creative process against charges of copying and banality, Lichtenstein stated, "The difference is not often great, but it is crucial." This crucial difference between source material and Lichtenstein's work as high art was to obsess the artist and was developed into a sophisticated process of appropriation, reinterpretation and reissue that saw the artist adopting many of the industrial techniques and advertising strategies of the growing media age.
he didn't tire of being a perfectionist because it had a meaning for him. He was searching for the best composition. He was searching for the best way of making a minimalist work that had a mechanical look, but yet had a fine art look. And that's a very difficult thing to define. What is fine art? And Roy would always ask the question, what is art? What is a mark that makes it art? I still like it. It's great.
As a master of appropriation, Lichtenstein has left behind a huge body of work that continues to inspire our visual culture today. It is through the ongoing support and generosity of Kenneth Tyler and Maribeth Cohen Tyler that the National Gallery of Australia now holds the most significant collection of post-war American printmaking held outside of the United States.